Coming up in today's video, guys, we've got lots of skin issues. Now, my name is Rhys, Barber, one of the audiologists here at Audiology Associates. This lovely first patient came through. They suffer a lot with tinnitus, and we're finding that when they fell asleep at night, woke up in the morning, sometimes their ear was feeling really blocked up, which was making their tinnitus worse. So what I've opted to use here is a Jobson horn, and the reason I'm going in with a manual tool rather than suction at this point is because suction can be quite noisy, and if a patient suffers with tinnitus, you're always very, very aware of putting extra noise into that ear canal. So I prefer to use manual tools as much as I can with a tinnitus patient, or certainly if we have to use suction, to go down to a very fine end. But you can see this long strip of dead skin that was hanging on to this little sort of wax ball at the end here, but eardrum looking lovely and healthy. So this is what we wrote, just over 1.5 centimeters, just over, well, I'm going to say 5/8 of an inch on that one. Don't forget, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, I will be popping cards up into the top corners between the wax removals for other videos I think you might find interesting from our collection. Now, this was a difficult one. We had a lot of peeling to do here. You can see a little sort of white bump in the ear canal. That's just a little sort of like a lump of skin, nothing else you need to worry about, so nothing untoward going on there. But we can see we've got a very, very dry wax right down on top of the eardrum. Now, we always advise our patients to use some olive oil before they come to clinic. This particular patient hasn't used anything at all. We do, it's actually a regular patient of ours, we do ask every time that they use a bit of olive oil on a regular basis, because they have a very, very dry ear canal, which just sucks all the oil out of the wax and makes it really hard, really crumbly. And unfortunately, it is really, all the reallys, it's really deep down on top of the eardrum as well today. And it makes it super duper difficult to get out, because this is just tough as old boots. It does not want to come away easily. And I'm saying to the patient that we're going to need to put some oil in. And I've actually put a little bit in, but you can see it didn't quite get down as far as I needed it to. It's a little bit down there, but I'm trying to lift out of the recess here, and you can see it is just hanging on for dear life. What's happened here is it's hanging on to both the eardrum and the canal wall. So it really just wants to hold on as tight as it can because it's dried into place. I've got the fine end on here. We can't really put the bigger tube down at the moment. Now, I would if there was a bit more of the wax to see. So if it was coming up and it was this hard, if we could see a little bit more of it, then I would go down with the standard size ulnar tube, because you'll get a much better grip. But what I've done here, I've put the olive oil, I've actually angled the oil spray to spray it up so it goes right the way down to where we need it to go. But look at the difference it makes when the oil's on top of it. Out that comes. And this is why we advise patients with these really dry ear canals, this tough as old boots wax. If you use olive oil on a regular basis, it's going to make a big difference to getting this wax out more effectively for you. Now, this is the harder bit of the two. This is a very, very thin layer. You can see a little flinch from the patient there. Very thin layer right down on top of the drum. Now, have a look at this. You can see the edges just started to lift, but look at all of that top section. See it all just peel. Look at it, look, that all on the left-hand side as well. I promise I don't do look when I do the patient, but you can see it really coming away there. Now, it's awkward because it's attached here and attached here. So on the pars flaccida and on that anterior recess, posterior of the canal, not anterior, sorry. So we're pulling this away. Look at that peel away. Lovely. That was just like a husk of the covering of the eardrum there. So that skin just wasn't able to migrate as well as it should have done, but looking a lot better in that side. And lo and behold, the other ear canal is exactly the same. So you can see it's really, really dry. I haven't wasted any time here, just plastered it in olive oil straight away, just to help get this coming away. Obviously, guys, you can see that I am on my own today. There's no lovely Mr. Taylor Green. We're not together until next week again, so we will be back on your screens soon enough. It's my son's birthday this week, so I've taken a couple of days off, and so me and Taylor have kind of missed each other this week, but we'll be back together at the end of next week as well, so you will be back on the screen. So it's starting to come away really well. There we go. Don't forget, guys, if you do enjoy the videos and you don't mind, you can always like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe. We love to get new subscribers, new followers. If you don't mind doing that, that would be absolutely fantastic. If you have ear problems yourself, check out the link tree in the description. There's loads of stuff on there. You can book yourself an appointment. You can join the membership of YouTube if you want to. You get extra videos and all sorts of other extra goodies as well. So you can have a look at that. But yeah, if you have problems, make sure you come in and see us. This patient left it a little bit long, so you can look at that. Is just tough. That bottom section now has become mobile, but that top section is welded onto that eardrum. That just does not want to come away. This is such a hard removal to do, just because of where it is dried onto. This super sensitive down there. You can see as I'm lifting from the bottom, that whole section at the top just starting to lift out from the sides there. There we go. See how that's pulling? But it just wants to go back to its original position. Every time I'm pulling this away, it's just settling straight back down again. And that's just because everything is hardened. It's got keratin in here, is super concentrated in these skin cells, so it's just becomes super duper tough. And it just forms like a plastic. It kind of forms in that shape and naturally wants to keep returning back to that shape. Oh, nearly. There's not enough angle to get forceps in here. Manual tools are going to be no good because we can't get past it because it's literally on top of the eardrum. So the only option we have here at the moment is suction. If we could bring that bottom section out towards the outer portion of the ear canal a little bit more, we may be able to get a forceps underneath to pull this off, but it's not really wanting to stay. I'm lifting it, but you can see as soon as I let go, bump straight back down into place there. So I'm going to aim for this right hand side. And I'm seeing whether I can peel this dry section off the right side of the canal wall here, but unfortunately it's just crumbling. I was really hoping we were going to get a nice peel. It would have detached that right hand side and it would have pulled the remainder of this off the drum at the same time. It's super duper thin. It is literally cigarette paper thin, and it's really difficult to get that grip on there. Can we leave? The patient's talking to me at this time, which is why the camera's moving a little bit. We're going to get this away. Now, when you're doing a removal like this, it's all about patience. It's all about thinking about where you're going to go next, thinking about what position the wax is in, where can I get the angle, where can I get a good suction grip. Now, I've gone for the bigger tube here because I want to get a grip on that section. There we go. Look how that is peeling now. Right off the eardrum, down that right-hand side, that section I was just working on is peeling away there. We just needed that little bit of a stronger grip to pull that away, and it's looking really good. They've got a little lift of dry skin. Now, you'll see what I mean about this being attached. That looks like an easy lift, but it's not. It's actually still physically attached to the canal. So we'll just get some of the top section off. But if you pulled the rest of that, what would happen is you'd have a little bit of a bleed probably in the canal there. And that is looking lovely and healthy. So there we go. We got 2 centimeters, 3, oh, maybe. Yep, 3, I'm going to go with 3/4. 3/4 of an inch there as well, guys. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget you can do all the things I said earlier, liking, hearting, sharing, following, subscribing, all those things would be fantastic. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.